cool guy. I'd hang with him.
Like
You'd
that.
like Chili.
Huh?
You'd like Chili, Bluey's mom.
Mom would like Chili. They get to go to the spa and have some parental juice. Okay, fact number 2. Now, before we get to fact number 2, I'd like to drag in one of the things that my dad, my sweet, loving dad, who has a man crush on Josh Gates,
Aw, Josh Gates.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. It's okay.
He gave me this idea. So thank you, Dad.
You're welcome, Krysta.
You could, yeah, thank you. I don't know what my brain was thinking there. So, mountains. If you were stuck on a mountain, let's say Mount Everest.
Not in West Virginia, I'll point out.
What? No. What 3 items would you bring?
A mountain in West Virginia. Wait, on Mount Everest, not a mountain.
Mount Everest.
Let's see. I would bring.
You didn't know that you were going to be stuck up there. You just woke up there.
I would bring a Sherpa to guide me home. I would bring a Sherpa to carry me home. And I'd bring another Sherpa just in case the Sherpa I was riding wore out. They're guides. They're the guides on Mount Everest. They're local tribesmen who make the ascent up Everest all the time, so that climbers, they can tell, people that come in the area that want to climb, you climb with a Sherpa because the Sherpa knows the way. So he tells you that this place is easier than that, or people never climb on this side because so many have fallen or whatever. So they're the locals on the ground. But I'm fat and old and no shape to go running around snowy mountains, so I would need to be carried.
Sherpas. Okay. Mom, since all the Sherpas are taken in the area, you cannot take a Sherpa.
Okay, I guess
what are you
I
choosing?
would take...
I'd share my Sherpas with her.
Warm climbing protective gear. I would take, rations so I didn't starve to death. And a satellite radio so I could call for help.
I like Mom's idea.
Yeah, Mom's comfortable, but she's stuck on the mountain. I'm getting off the mountain, but I'm freezing my tits. I'm freezing my...
I'm not trying to climb the mountain. I'm trying to come down the mountain, so...
No, you just woke up there, like something dragged you there.
So if I'm there, then I just got to get down. It's much easier to hike down the mountain than actually hike up the mountain. So I just need to make sure I can survive till I get down. Therefore, I want to make sure I have survival gear. But anyway.
That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done, is got the toboggan and the spray from, National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, and then just rode down the mountain.
Personally, I wouldn't need 3 items. I'd need snow gear to go down a mountain. I'd need those snowboards. And I think the snowboards with the ski thing. I'd just slide down the mountain that way.
Gotcha. That's an idea. So, fact 2?
Fact 2, yes. West Virginia is the only state completely within the
Appalachian
Mountain Range. Aptly given the nickname the Mountain State.
The Appalachians are pretty wicked. Are a pretty wicked place. I mean, there's hundreds of miles of footpaths and hiking trails. There is believed to be at least one serial killer working the Appalachian trails, or at least was. And like all sorts of cryptids are believed to wander around the areas where these trails are that people go hiking on. And that sounds dangerous to me because, you know, if you meet some sort of weird mountain gorilla that you didn't expect to meet because you don't think they exist, it's going to grab your lip and pull it off your face.
It's just going to be like, you can't talk no more.
Like, I wouldn't mind starting to hike like our friend Mike Blanton does, but
I would.
There's some places Appalachians, I was on that list. Never hike there.
Never, just put a note on the list that says never hike to the Appalachian mountain range.
Just like if we're driving, like taking a tour of the country, seeing the sights, and we're anywhere near the East Coast and pull into a place called Innsmouth, we're leaving. That's it. We're not hanging around there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around. Who wants to go to the zoo? Because I am not going here. But Dad, sorry, zoo. Okay, Google, give me directions to the zoo. Fact number 3.
See, you invoke Google, Google appears. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I actually accidentally sent it to Google.
And Google gave us driving directions to the zoo.
What the? Sorry.
And she's doing it again. Okay, thank you.
Who wants to go to Kansas City Zoo?
Okay. It's cold.
The animals are cold too.
So, what are we still on 3?
Fact number 3. Yes, we are. North America's largest alluvial diamond was found in Peterstown. It is known as the Punch Jones Diamond after William Punch Jones, and his father Grover found the diamond in 1928.
A guy named Grover found a diamond? Well, he had to. A name like Grover, he wasn't going to get much done. Who names their kid Grover?
Parents who have good taste.
Okay. Are you trying to tell me that you would have rather me named you Grover?
Absolutely not.
Well, then, you just said that.
All parents have good taste unless they name their kid Shathid.
What the heck's a Shathid?
Shathid.
It's a name.
Okay. I apologize to anyone who may be named Shathid. I'd never heard your name before.
Yeah, you have. It was just pronounced differently.
Yeah.
Shitthead.
Oh.
Shathid.
Well, there you go.
It's actually a pretty name if you didn't have to spell it like that. Unless you spelled it Shitee, which is just weird. Anyway. Fact number 4. Let's stop confusing the people.
We're all confused.
Good. Stay that way.
Yeah.
Outdoor advertising got its start in Wheeling when the Bloch Brothers Tobacco Company painted bridges and barns with treat yourself to the best chew male cows.
So, a tobacco company started the old tradition of painting ads on barns and bridges, which eventually led to billboards. Yep. And you can still, in some parts of the country, see some of those old advertisements. I mean, they haven't held up well, but you can certainly see that they're still there. Right. So, it was in the days of craftsmanship, as I like to say.
Fact number 5. Oh, we're going through these so quickly. Actually, no, I don't think we are. The first rural
Fight Club is there's no talking about Fight Club.
The first rural free delivery mail service took place in 1896 in Charlestown through the post office department pilot program to determine the feasibility for rural delivery for the rest of the country. Now, what I want to know here is why there's a Charlestown and a Peterstown. Like, pick one. They're going to be rivals at the end of the year if you don't.
Well, maybe one was founded by Charles and one was founded by Peter, and so one's Charlestown, one's Petertown. What I want to know is, where do these places, find these guys that have enough money to buy whole towns? Because I want to buy a town and kick out everybody I don't like.
Could buy a whole town for two pieces of papaya. It was more than that, but it would certainly be less than what it is now.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But also, people didn't make as much. I mean,
now people are making a lot more in the future as they hear. So, we're probably going to be paying hundreds of dollars just to feed ourselves.
We're gonna go.
All the fun the pandemic has caused.
I love that.
And moving on.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta tell me so I can play the claps. You get clapped in, you get clapped out. That's the way it works.
There's a delay.
So, all right, let's run the timeline of events. November 12th, 1966, the Mothman was first sighted in a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia. The creature was seen by 5 men who were digging a grave when they noticed something strange. They saw a brown winged creature taking off from nearby trees and were clear that it was not a bird but something humanoid. So that was the first sighting. And for some reason that didn't get picked up, or if it did, it was buried in the paper. Nobody noticed. Also, it happened in a cemetery, so that may have contributed to people's not caring, because you don't go to cemeteries too often,
Or at least you didn't back in the 1950s.
Right. So November 15th, 1966, 3 days later, 2 young couples were joyriding around in a black 1957 Chevy to a remote hangout spot north of Point Pleasant known as the TNT area. One of the couples was Linda and Roger Scarberry. The other was Steve and Mary Millette. So it's the Scarberrys and the Millettes in this thing. Yeah. When they got to the abandoned North Power Plant, they suddenly saw 2 large red eyes which reflected the light from the car's headlights. Steve noticed it first and pointed it out to the others. This is when they're said to have noticed